Pay close attention to this comment. In this comment, a girl is exposing how other girls don't actually like good guys. She's saying that girls only seek attention from nice guys. They give subtle hints that make these guys orbit around them like servants. Meanwhile, the guys they truly desire are the so-called bad boys with dominating and hard personalities. In response to this comment, guys have started saying that being good is pointless, and they should become bad boys too. Seeing this response made me furious. And I had to write this: if a good guy decides to turn bad after hearing all this, there's no bigger slave than him. A man who sells his goodness for the sake of girls is not a man. He's just a headache for them. I wanted to say much more to make a guy understand how he should approach girls in his life, which is why I want you to watch this video till the end. By doing so, you'll save yourself from the countless sorrows a girl might bring you. Point 1. We've seen in movies that girls never approach guys. It's always the guys who have to make the first move. Since then, no girl has dared to approach a guy. But I see it differently. I believe girls have been conditioned for years to be shy, to not talk to boys, to keep their honor intact, and to walk with their eyes lowered. Meanwhile, boys are given complete freedom to do whatever they want. So what happens is that both boys and girls want to talk, but because of their hard conditioning, girls don't approach boys. Eventually, when boys realize that the girls aren't coming, they have to make the move. This has been going on forever. Even now, with more freedom, most girls still don't approach boys. This has become a norm. But this norm has messed with guys' minds. They start thinking girls don't need them, and if they don't approach them, they'll never be noticed. So boys' bodies urge them to talk to girls, but girls never make the first move. This leads guys to lower their egos and approach girls, making these girls godlike figures in their minds. A girl with a certain attitude, who doesn't give them attention, becomes a goddess to them. This mindset turns a guy into a beggar in front of the girl. Imagine a girl standing before you, very attractive, and your body tells you that you need her, no matter what. But when you look at her, she seems to say, "There are thousands like you around me. Who do you think you are?" This whole dynamic elevates the girl in the guy's mind to a divine status. And a divine status means she gives without needing anything. And you have to beg and lower yourself to get anything from her. This mindset makes a guy hover around a girl like a bee. If you've approached a girl with this mindset and she gives you attention, you'll feel like you've won a prize, and you'll never want to let her go. You'll become her slave, cry for her, and be ready to die for her. You'll endure pain you don't deserve. Point 2. Have you ever thought about what attracts you to a girl? Is it her body or her qualities and virtues? Here's a great way to find out when you find a girl attractive and wish she could be yours. Ask yourself if you'd like talking to her if she were a guy. The moment you ask this question, your attraction will fade because you'll realize your attraction was to her body, and your body was controlling you to get what it wanted. Point 3. No girl is inherently beautiful. No guy is inherently beautiful. No guy is inherently handsome. It's our sexual desire that makes them appear so. The same girl who looks beautiful to us might not look beautiful to a dog or an elephant. Our eyes are deceived by our desires and societal conditioning. Point 4. If you want to ruin your mental health, start digging into every detail about the girl you find attractive. Know where she lives, what she does, how many friends she has, and who she meets. If she's your girlfriend, keep an eye on her Instagram. Doing this will drive you crazy. You'll start losing sleep, get dark circles under your eyes, and be unable to focus on anything else because you're too obsessed with her. Point 5. If you're deeply involved in her life, you'll become a toxic person. You'll try to keep her close and constantly monitor her. This happens because you're getting something from her, like emotional support or physical pleasure, and you're afraid of losing it. This makes you cling to her and want to control her. It's like being addicted to a drug that you can't live without. Point 6. Our environment has conditioned us to believe that if a guy doesn't have a girlfriend, he's missing out on something big. Society tells us that a good girl will only come if you have money or a government job. This mindset drives guys to chase after girls or work hard to secure a job just to get a good girl. This is a flawed purpose in life. Point 7. Many guys, from the age of 16 to 17 until they get married, have their life centered around a girl. They go to the gym to build a body to attract girls, choose jobs to marry a good girl, and their families reinforce this idea by saying things like, "If you don't get a good job, you won't get a good girl." This leads to a wrong mindset, where guys don't achieve much, And even if they do, they later realize that what they got isn't what they got, isn't what they wanted.